Alright, everyone get settled in. It's about 7 o'clock. Alright, welcome to the first live stream Monday book study.
Attendance is gladly provided. Please turn in your paperwork prior to the meeting and you can pick it up at the end of the meeting. Honesty is required. Feel free to openly share your comments and points of view on how alcohol and drug addiction has impacted your life. This meeting is open to people of all ages and welcomes diversity, so please refrain from using excessive foul language. We are on live TV tonight. Or language that discriminates against any race, gender, religion, ethnicity, sexual orientation, or disability to maintain an atmosphere of respect and dignity for all who are present. If you see a visitor, a new member, or returning member that you haven't seen in a while, please warmly welcome them into our program. Your confidentiality is important to us. What you say here will not be discussed outside of the meeting. Please refrain from leaving the meeting while it is in progress because it is disruptive. Smoking and vaping should be done away from all entrances out of respect for those who choose not to partake in that. Please do not smoke or vape by the doors, and please dispense of all trash and cans and do not litter on the premises.
Thank you, Dustin.
You're welcome.
Who's got the guidelines for living a lifestyle of recovery?
I'm Mel. I have the guidelines. Guidelines for living a lifestyle of recovery. The lifestyle of recovery guidelines are intended to be utilized by recovering individuals, their families, and anyone else who is striving to avoid substance abuse and achieve sobriety. Guidelines. 1. Recognizing that substance abuse ruins lives. 2. Wanting to pursue positive alternatives to substance abuse such as our education, employment, quality relationships, and health and fitness. 3. Using resources such as friends, families, teachers, and peers as a way to achieve and remain sober. Adding sports, art, or music to these resources will help us stay focused and motivated. 4. Defining balance and working toward making it a part of everyday life. 5. Building self-esteem and confidence through sobriety to combat negative feelings regarding oneself. 6. Understanding that negative behaviors of isolation and self-pity lead to self-destruction. 7. Lifting a person up is different than allowing them to continue their destructive lifestyles. Be there for yourself and be patient with your friends and family. 8. Learning how to help without supporting the addict's behavior, providing assistance to the recovering individual that will improve their lives, not further their usage. 9. Recognizing personal challenges and integrating them into our lifestyle as challenges to triumph over. 10. Caring for our personal, emotional, and physical and spiritual individuality is the source of peace for our sense of worth. Each person is truly magnificent. Our mission at Racing for Recovery is to prevent all forms of substance abuse by promoting a lifestyle of fitness and health for all those affected by addiction.
Thank you, Mel. All right, who's got What Racing for Recovery Means to Me by Kelly Anderson?
I do. I'm Pat. What Racing for Recovery Means to Me by Kelly Anderson are: respect yourself enough to quit using. A. Accept the challenges that lie ahead. C. Commit to your recovery. I. Include friends and family on your journey. N. Never doubt your will to succeed. G. Give yourself credit for your accomplishments. F. Focus on the positive things you want in life. O. Overcome your fears and keep moving forward. R. Remember the reasons you are seeking sobriety. R. Reach out to others to give and receive support. E. Expect holes in the road. Choose another road. C, care for your body. We only get one in this lifetime. O, open your heart, mind, emotions, and spirit. V, victory comes from a balanced lifestyle. E, educate yourself on all aspects of recovery. R, racing for recovery saves lives. Why? You will learn that with sobriety, anything is possible.
Thank you, Pat. All right, it's time for our introductions. We go around the room, you say who you are and why you chose to join us tonight. You don't have to say an actor or alcoholic, but you can if that helps you. Yep, going left.
My name's Dustin. I come here for the positivity and the support, and because these Monday night meetings are part of the balanced lifestyle I choose to live today.
I'm Dean. I'm here to remain balanced and teachable.
I'm Pat. I'm here for the positivity and to see all my new friends, old friends, and to welcome anyone who's new here.
I'm Esther. I'm here to support my son, Michael.
I'm Michael, and I'm here for balance.
I'm Josh. I'm here to support Michael, and that's why I'm leading the league.
I'm Jordan. I'm here for the positivity. I'm Rob. I'm here for the positivity and new way of life.
Hey, I'm here to help maintain my sobriety.
Chris, come here to find some peace in my life.
I'm Marlon. I'm here to learn.
JT, here for the positivity and the support.
I'm Eric, and I'm here. This is just another part of my recovery process.
Hi, I'm Deanna. I'm here to change my lifestyle, to learn how to become a new mother of my children and to learn how to sustain a lifestyle of sobriety with finding an inner peace of I've been an addict for 30 years and just lived destruction for a long time of abuse and seen a lot of my kids seem to go through a lot, and Racing for Recovery is teaching me to deal with learning to live sober, to find myself that it's not my fault, and that I can be good to my kids, or I can be a mother. And I'm going to say hi to my sister that's in Florida. I love you. Thank you for supporting me. And Angela, hi. And my son that's watching now. I love you.
I'm Scott. I'm here for the positivity and the support. I'm here because it's good for me. It helps me stay sober.
My name's Dan. I'm here to gain new tools and apply them to my recovery.
I'm John. I'm here for support and to learn how to love myself.
I'm Adam. I'm here for positivity and to learn more about my recovery.
I'm Frank. I'm here for the recovery and to learn from all my people that's here, that's been here a little bit longer than me, to back me up on that positivity.
I'm Danny. I'm here to learn, and I believe in this.
Kevin, I'm here to learn and to help us stay sober.
I'm Solomon. I'm here to keep moving forward.
I'm Paul. I'm here to learn. I'm Justin. Here to stay well.
I'm Keith. I'm here to keep learning and keep building the foundation of recovery.
I'm David. I'm here to learn more about this book.
I'm Cindy. I'm here because I love starting my week out here, and this book, as many times as I read it, you learn something every time you reread it and reread it. I just love it. So, and I'm here for the support and the support. Sorry.
My name is Faye. I'm here for the positivity and remain teachable.
I'm Darlene. I'm here for recovery.
balance and wellness.
I'm Michael, I'm here for the inspiration.
Chris can go.
Me?
Yep.
I'm Chris, and I'm here because Racing for Recovery has literally saved my life, and I'm here to support each and every person in this room, and that includes myself, because when I believe in myself, truly beautiful things happen. And I'm also here for peanut M&Ms from my beautiful friend over here.
All right, Bobby.
I'm Bobby. I come here for the support and positivity, and every Monday night you learn something new. Book study.
I'm Jamie, I'm here for learning.
I'm Matt, I'm here to support.
I'm Sarah, and I am here for support and to give support, and here to learn. There's a lot of great stuff in this book.
I'm Tara, and I'm here to keep doing what I'm doing because it works for me.
I'm Tyler, I'm here for support.
I'm Brian, I'm here to change my life and to learn how to live drug-free and to be happy doing it. And this is an awesome place to be.
I'm Craig, I'm here to internalize new life habits and live a clean and sober life, and that's what Racing for Recovery does for me.
I'm Chris, I come here for the positivity, the people. I'm going to say it before Stephen puts me on blast. I got 90 days to it.
That's awesome, man.
I'm Mike. I am here because I enjoy living a peaceful lifestyle.
Hi, I'm Andy, and I'm here to relate with others and apply this information into my life.
I'm Patrick, and I'm here because it's part of my routine. I love it here, and this Monday night meeting has so many different perspectives on this book that it just opens my mind even more.
I'm Courtney. I'm here for the peer support, to be inspired, and to remain teachable.
I'm Eric, and I'm here because this book has some really good stuff.
I'm Joe. I come to the Monday night meeting because the book has some really good stuff in it. Racing for Recovery has given me and keeps giving me tools to live a sober lifestyle, and this place reminds me that I'm not the only one going through what I'm going through.
I'm Steve, I'm an alcoholic, and this is where I got sober, so I come back.
Winston, I'm here for the positivity.
Tanya, I'm here for a few reasons. Positivity, to find who I am again, to be the best single mother now that I don't have my husband, for my children, to figure out how to be the mother and the father, and to stop the cycle with me and not let it pass down to my children.
I'm Brooks. I come here I started coming here to learn how to stay sober. I continue to come here because of the people. All you people inspire me to live a lifestyle of recovery and help hold me accountable to my actions.
I'm Megan. I'm here for positivity and support and just to keep learning.
I'm Brittany, and I'm here to gain healthy outlets and to surround myself with positive atmosphere.
I'm Desi. I continue to come because I know that if I want to keep what I have to keep doing what I did to get it.
I'm Jordan, and I'm here because this is a key component of what keeps me living this life I have today, and because I support this program 100%, and that's it. That's it. Go, Mel. That's it.
I'm Mel. I come to these meetings because at first I came to Racing for Recovery for other people, places, and things, but today I come here because I know that my recovery is an inside job and it's my job to take care of it. So I always learn a lot when I'm here, and it always reminds me of what I'm working for when I'm here.
My name is Matt, and I come here because I always knew that there was a better life for me, and I come here and it helps me realize that.
My name is Aaron. I'm here to surround myself with like-minded individuals and people.
My name is Deanna, and I too am here to surround myself with like-minded people, positive people that are on the same path I am, and I'm here to learn.
I'm Brian. I keep coming here because I love this place. You know, I've made a lot of friends, continue to make more friends, and that's a support network that I really need. I'm here to learn and also to learn to become a better father and a better son.
I'm Andy. I come here every Monday to draw from the strength of others.
I'm Jake. I come here to clear my mind and keep learning.
John, here for support. Stay strong, to be responsible, and pretty much a lot of the other things that are already said.
I'm Scott. Here because this program is helping me to change 35 years of the destructive lifestyle I've been leading.
Chris.
My name's Chris, and I'm just here, man.
My name's Joe. I come here because it's part of my routine, and every time I come here I'm reminded to stay teachable and keep learning every day.
I'm Alexis, and I come here because this program has taught me things that I didn't know about myself and things that I can, I guess, practice on to better myself and my life, and in ways I never knew that I could before. So I keep coming back to because this is just like a positive feeling every time that I leave, and I just enjoy it a lot.
And I'm Steven. I was really nervous the whole day about this whole situation, and I'm really not nervous anymore. I'm having a really good time. So I'm just really grateful to be a part of this, and just overwhelmed with emotion, and just thankful to be here with all you people. You're what runs this place. I'm just overwhelmed. Who's got The Answer by Donald D. Carr?
I got it. The Answer by Donald D. Carr. Running from the misery, trying to escape the pain, as I approach the light of hope that lies before me. Each step overwhelms me, every breath sears my throat. I ache, my body rebels against me, my memories torment me. Agony has become my closest companion. My demons mock me as I dangle helplessly above the abyss of alcohol and drug abuse. The voices all sound the same, criticizing, accusing, blaming me for what has happened. They don't understand, they don't care who I am. I'm a human being, full of thoughts and feelings. I'm worth saving. Just show me the way. At last, I reach the light of promise. There stands the answer. Open arms, understanding smiles, looks of trust. And so it begins, Racing for Recovery.
Thanks, Bobby. Do we have any announcements? Any big announcements going on? Does anyone have anything?
Race.
The race is happening in October. Yeah, sign up now so you get a spot. It's only a couple months away. Thanks, Jordan. Other than that, I think we got it all covered. Thanks. All right. As you can see from the introductions, are means for everyone affected by self-destructive behaviors. No topic is off limits. If you have a question or something you'd like to discuss, we encourage you to bring it up early so we have time to discuss it. With that being said, Does anyone have anything they'd like to talk about before we get started in the book? Anything that's positive, anything that's negative, anything that's anywhere in between? Something you just want to get off your chest? No? All right. We are on page Roman numeral 28. XXVII. At number 4, we do not have to use to deal with life struggles. Who wants to read for me? Andy.
We do not have to deal with life struggles. I need 1 hour of running a day. If I have that, the world can catch on fire and I can deal with it. I need that to be content and focused. This is the most important idea of the 4. If you can find that something that gives you strength, peace, focus, and passion, you can rely on it to help you get past any obstacle that comes your way in life after drugs and booze. Today I am healing from the emotional trauma of my marriage deteriorating. I'm not going to let it break me. I'm not going to go back to drugs to deal with it. I don't need to. I have other resources in my balanced life to help me handle the pain. Accept responsibility for my part and move on to joy and success. I don't need drugs, neither do you.
Short and sweet, but there's always a lot of good stuff in here. So does anyone relate to this? Does anyone have anything they'd like to talk about in that short little section? But it's very, very powerful. I know, right? All right, so... Oh, Brian, what's up?
When I was in my late 20s and early 30s, I used to get up every morning and run. And I did that for several years. And, you know, then I'd go into work and I felt great, you know. I eventually developed problems with my knees where I couldn't run anymore, so I stopped doing that. And I really didn't notice a difference. But, you know, when I ran every day, you know, that runner's high, that dopamine rush, whatever, you know, would wake you up, and I was set for the day, you know. I just remember feeling great, no depression. At the time, I wasn't using or drinking, because I went through phases of that through my life. And that was a good time in my life, you know, when I was running every morning. So I can relate to that. I don't do it anymore. I do have an intention, actually starting tomorrow, because I'm going back to work. And I'm going to get up early and hit the gym, and I can do the you know, non-impact stuff like an elliptical or something like that, still get that cardio going. And I'm going to try to get back into that routine. I'm looking forward to that.
Awesome.
Set it on my tab.
No, Matt, then Mel.
Okay, this is actually one of the not having to deal with life struggles is probably one of the things that I tell myself. It comes up when something is coming up, like something bad happens, or whether it's small, whether it's big or whatnot, since I've been here. And this is one of the tenets that was pretty much hammered into my head from Matt Boston when I was in my assessment, and he harps on this one a lot, that you never have to use again, and you don't have to use it to get over life struggles. So now whenever something does come on up, this is one of the very first things that pops in my head every single time. And whether I'm using that as a positive crutch or it helps put the wall in between, you know, any negative thoughts that go on into it, it's been really helpful as just, and it's a simple phrase, and it's a lot more powerful than just words alone.
That's exactly what I was gonna say. Even though it's only a couple of paragraphs, I was just gonna say that it hits on two things that if you stay in these rooms long enough and you participate in the different programs, that you'll hear is that one, you don't ever have to use again, and two, that when we are content and focused, which will lead to your consistency, you'll be able to have that thing that gives you strength and peace. I think it's never using again, but also being consistent, because I sure as heck didn't get sober just to white knuckle life. I got sober to live it. And with consistency, today I can do that.
You guys kind of stole the words out of my mouth when you said you never have to use ever again. I heard that so many times from Todd and Matt. It's kind of just like ingrained in my brain as well. I just heard you never have to use drugs or alcohol again to deal with life struggles. And at first I was like, that's all I've done my entire life of using, was cope with all the bad shit that happened in my life by using drugs and alcohol. And they just tell me, you never have to do that again? I was like, really? Is that easy? No, it's not, but it is. But it's a simple concept that when applied, works wonders. It just, how do you deal with life struggles at that point? Brian hit on a really good point of exercise. Running helped him a lot. So there's other ways you can do it. What are other ways we can, positive alternatives to substance abuse that we can think about? So who's next? Brooks.
The line that stuck out to me was accept responsibility for my part. That was a huge thing for me. I'd never accept responsibility. I was never wrong. I never did it, you know what I'm saying? When I was using, if anybody ever asked me, you know, were you using last night? No. You know, I never accepted that responsibility for my actions, and I always blamed others. So I think that's a huge part of what I do today. I look at situations, and if something is my fault, I own up to it and be honest in all my affairs. And so, I don't know, that was just something that really stuck out. You know, because now that we are clean, we have to deal with life's problems, like everyone was saying. You know, we have to kind of tackle them head on. They don't stop. So, I don't know, just owning up to what I had a part in is a big thing for me. So, I don't know, like I said, that line just jumped out at me.
Good stuff. Patrick.
I can relate to this a lot. And how I take it is, I created my new norm that has been spoke of in the book a few times. And I got some bad news last week, and I relied on my routine that I've built and I consistently do, and that keeps me going every day. And even though the news threw me off a little bit, I kept to what I know works for me. And that's kind of how I live my life now, is by consistency, routine, because this is serious, you know, and setbacks we're all going to have. They're all going to come left and right. And I want to make sure that I can keep progressing without that major setback of using again, drinking again, whatever it may be, because that's just going to flip it all upside down. And I'm huge on routine. Anybody that knows me knows that that's my thing, and I'm good with that because that's, you know, I'm held accountable. I keep pushing, little by little, I'll add stuff in, and I make it all simple. I make it all manageable, and so when those things do come up that throw me off my rocker, I look to the people who may have gone through things similar, talk to them about it, or stick to my routine. And that's, I think I've said it like 15 times now, but that's me, and that's how I deal with my life struggles, because I'll be damned if I'm going to use again. You know, that's all I got.
That's awesome.
So in early recovery, I think like when anything came up, negative or you know, just even when things didn't seem to be going my way, it it was really hard to deal with, to like cope with the emotions of it, and to find a way to work through it. And so the part that really stuck out to me the most was I have other resources in my balanced life to help me handle the pain, accept responsibility for my part, and move on to joy and accept success. And you know, that's really how I live my life, because if there's you know, if I'm having an issue and one thing is not helping me to work through it, I have 5, 6, 7 other things that I can focus on or use as resources to help me work through the issue.
Okay, I'm nervous, but so the thing I got out of this is, for one, you can't come in this program and just get up and exist. It doesn't happen. You can do that, but you're not going to be successful. The resources here that I utilize is my running for me. And as far as what really hit me is the emotional trauma of my marriage deteriorating and my family unit, because, you know, there was no more trust, there was just anger, there was, everybody became complacent, I guess, or lazy, and even didn't want to try anymore because, you know, when I made the choice to do, I did that. So in this structure, in this program, is my running, and I need this, and this has been the best support to deal with them emotional traumas. And I don't need to use alcohol to deal with it anymore. I know that, and it's very empowering. And so yeah, that's what I got out of that.
Andy.
Yeah, I can relate with it a lot. Cardio of some form has helped me a lot as a natural antidepressant, confidence builder, and like Patrick was saying here, just a daily routine that helps lift me up. And I had, when I came into recovery, I had to try new things, was like a big part of it. I had to kind of let down some walls and open my mind to explore new things. And here it's strength, peace, focus, and passion, and that I can rely on it. And one thing that I had tried that I thought I would never do that keeps me focused and gives me peace was, for me personally, was yoga. And I never in my life thought I would be doing that, and that's something that you know, it keeps me centered, especially on them days when I'm all over the place, or my mind's racing, or I feel spiritually off. You know, by the time I'm done with that, you know, I feel grounded, I feel at peace, I feel one with myself, and it's just been a go-to thing for me that helps me get through stuff and get centered, and then I get a different outlook on the situation I'm going through, and most of the times it's not as bad as my mind made it out to be at first, you know. So that's just, I think the biggest thing for me was trying new things. So, and get like, and I hate to keep doing this, but like Patrick said, getting in that routine while things were still good, so when emotional hardships came up, I was already doing them things, and I could go to them things and have something to fall back on. That was just very key for me, especially in the first few months of, you know, getting sober and clean.
Thanks, Andy. All right. So, what's up?
I'll throw something in there. I was just thinking about, you know, the 4 big ideas and how they all work off of each other. And, you know, the first big idea is that we never have to use drugs or alcohol again, that anyone can get off drugs and alcohol. And the second one is pretty much our slogan, you know,
that without drugs and alcohol, anything is possible. And then no one is immune to life's emotional hardships. And number 4, we don't have to use over them, which is probably the most pertinent in my life and which helps my balanced, holistic lifestyle work out. But I was talking with one of my friends and I kind of added a 5th lifestyle, and that would be, so what are you going to do with it? And pretty much for me, that's integrating all the things that make me happy, which is exercising, my spirituality, you know, my peer support, everything that integrates into the big wheel of Racing for Recovery. And when all those folks are in line, it's smooth sailing.
I like that. I like what Patrick and Andy and Chris and everyone was saying about the routine. Routine is something I was super weary of coming into sobriety, because my life using was anything but routine. So going to like the Groundhog Day, hearing about Groundhog Day, and hearing about routine, and hearing about structure, and waking up at the same time every day, doing the same thing, eating the same thing for breakfast, I didn't think that did not sound kosher with me at all. I didn't think I'd be waking up eating oatmeal every single day for the rest of my life, but in the past, I don't know how long I've been doing it, and it's been great. I'm not sick of it yet. Oatmeal's awesome, and I don't know why, but I keep eating it every day. You know why? Because it works. It keeps me full until lunchtime, and then I keep eating until the rest of the day. I don't know. I just keep doing the same things that work, just like in sobriety. If I am having a bad day, I call somebody that cares about me. I talk to them about my feelings. If something really bad happens, I know I can talk to my guys here like Todd and Matt and Dan and AJ and everybody. I know I can rely on yoga for relaxation, which I almost grabbed you today, Andy, and was like, hey man, let's go do some yoga in the back room because I'm stressing out today. But I should have. I really should have, because I know you would have done it with me. But there's things that work, and I know they work, and it's just the fact that if I do those things on a consistent, regular basis, I know I'm going to yield great results. It's proven. It's proven by everyone that here that does it. It's proven by Todd and everyone else who teaches it. It's just a proven fact. So that's what I've got to say about that. Oatmeal. Who wants to keep reading at 10 Lifestyles of Recovery? Bobby, you got it? Cool.
10 Lifestyles of Recovery. I want to talk about my 10 Lifestyles of Recovery. As you read through this book, I'll talk about each lifestyle and share the stories of clients who embody those lifestyles. They have been brave and honest enough to share their stories with you, the good, the bad, and the ugly. Lifestyles of Recovery. 1. Recognize that substance abuse ruins lives. 2. Pursue positive alternatives to substance abuse. 3. Rely on friends, family, teachers, and peers to remain sober. 4. Define balance and work. Define balance and work toward making it a part of everyday life. 5. Build self-esteem and confidence through sobriety to combat negative feelings about yourself. 6. Understand that isolation and self-pity lead to self-destruction. 7. Be there for yourself and be patient with your friends and family. 8. Provide assistance to the recovering individual that will improve their lives, not aid their usage. 9. Recognize personal challenges and integrate them into your lifestyle as challenges to triumph over. 10. Care for your magnificent personal, emotional, physical, and spiritual individuality.
Thanks, Bobby. I feel like we've heard that already once before today. What are your guys' favorite lifestyles? What sticks out most to you? What can you relate to the most? Yeah, what's up, Joe?
One of the biggest ones for me is probably number 7. Be there for yourself and be patient with your friends and family. I know I've said this before, and it's something that I have to remind myself all the time, is that, being there for yourself, myself, there's only 2 things that I can control. That's my thoughts and my actions. And the second part of that is being patient with your friends and family. I know that if I'm doing what I need to be doing and I'm, you know, consistent with my actions and stuff like that, then my friends and family will take notice. But it's like I can't control how fast they heal. You know, I'm only in control of myself. And I know that with being consistent with doing what I'm supposed to be doing, that eventually they'll notice my actions and that hopefully the healing on their end can begin. So number 7 is probably one of the biggest ones for me.
Brian?
Yeah, Brian. For me, it would be number 3. I have tremendous support from friends and family. I don't have any teachers other than, I guess, you and the other guys that run meetings. So I guess I'll call you teachers. Peers to me is the same as friends. But I have tremendous support from friends and family. And then all you guys. You know, without that, I would be lost. It's just been tremendous for me in my recovery to have that support, and they remind me of it all the time. You know, they don't stay away for days. They're constantly checking in, and they're always, you know, positive and supportive. And I had lunch with my kids yesterday, and you know, we had a great talk, and you know, it's just amazing how supportive they are of me, and I'm grateful for that. So that's all I got.
Thanks, Brian. Frank?
I go with number 6 because that was one of my biggest problems, being independent and always being by myself, isolating myself. I wouldn't agree with the self-pity because I didn't pity myself at all because I deserved what I was going through. But destruction, I was never really into that. But just being alone all the time got its downfalls. I mean, yeah, I thought better, everything like that, but it was just that loneliness that takes a toll on you eventually and stuff. And I've learned since being here, I socialize more. I get out more than I used to and stuff, and it does make a difference than being kept to yourself all the time. I'm happy to be here.
Happy you're here too, man.
Thank you.
Pat? Yeah. Pat, then Mel. No. What? Oh, Pat. Sorry. Pat, then Mel.
Me?
Yep.
That's
Patrick.
I think the 2 that come to me, and I'm going to say, number 6, understand that isolation and self-pity lead to self-destruction. That's one of the hardest things I have. It's so easy for me to get up in the morning and not make my bed and not get dressed and stay in the pajamas, feel sorry for yourself, lay down in the bed, woe is me, eat junk food, etc. Then 5 goes along with that, because if I was isolating and felt self-pity for this self-destruction, I was taking medication for what I was going through. But if you don't eat properly and you don't stay isolated and you don't take your medicines properly and eat properly and do these things, then you don't have any self-esteem and you don't have any confidence at all. And so even though I didn't use drugs or alcohol, I ate. Or I went out and bought things. And I did that to build up my confidence. But it also got me to the point where I got in debt. And so I felt bad. You know, I go out and I had plenty of food to eat at home, but I'd go out and get McDonald's or something like this. Or I'd go to the store and I'd buy stuff and I'd buy stuff. Well, how much stuff can you have? And then it would, if I bought the food, it went bad because I was too lazy to fix it. So until I started coming to these meetings, I realized that, you know, if I don't get up and do those things and move around the house and get out, drive my car somewhere, and make a a list. I'm out of it. So 5 and 6, the isolation and self-pity lead to self-destruction. I had no reason to have self-pity. You know, I have my health, I have my religion, I have my friends, I have friends here, I have family. There's people out there that have a lot worse than me, but at the time I didn't think so. So those two things are what really, you know, I have to work on.
Thanks, Pat. No.
I would just say, before I could even peel back the layers of the lifestyles, I think number 1 was pivotal for me, that I had to realize that I really did have a problem, and that not only was I destructive to myself, but to the people around me, because it wasn't until I really recognized and could admit that I was addicted to alcohol, and you know, that I couldn't go anywhere from there until I admitted that my life was destructive. And then to peel back that, I think if you overlook that part of it, maybe that's why it took me so long to get it, is I didn't want to admit that I had a problem or that I didn't have it all together. So for me, I had to admit that I wasn't perfect and that I had fault in this, kind of just like what Brooke said earlier about accepting, you know, the responsibility and the accountability for what I was doing to myself and others. And until I accepted that accountability and responsibility, I really couldn't work on 2 through 10. So that's kind of my view.
Thanks, Mel. My favorite, I'm gonna have to agree with Joe on this one, is number 7, be there for yourself and be patient with your friends and family. I like the be there for yourself right after the fact. It says isolation and self-pity lead to self-destruction, because when you're there for yourself, I just feel like you're by yourself. You gotta be there for yourself at the same time, but don't fall into the isolation and self-pity part. Lift yourself up and like support yourself. And as long as you're doing that and you're patient with your friends and family, the rest kind of starts falling together. Because my biggest thing right when I got sober was, I got sober and I was like, all right, where's all my stuff? Where's my family? Where's my friends? Where's all my, you know, all my everything back? You know, it was a week sober and I was like, I want all my stuff. They're like, all right, we still don't like you very much. You still made an ass of yourself and us, so you gotta like wait a little bit. Like maybe wait 2 weeks and we'll talk then. It took some time. It took a lot of time to get my brother's trust back after I wronged him more than I ever really wanted to. I told myself I wasn't getting emotional. Here it comes. It took a while, and the longer I stayed sober, the more things I kept getting back in my life. The more trust, the relationships, better relationships with people I didn't even know yet, better relationships with people I already knew. Getting sober didn't do anything bad for me. It only lifted my life up. And that's what I'm ever so grateful for. Because without these lifestyles and the way I live my life, I wouldn't have been able to get here. And I wouldn't be able to get my brother's trust back or my family's trust back. And that's what I love more than anything now. I could give everything else away and have their love and be happy. I don't want to be too wholesome and gross, but it's all right. I'm getting all weird. Who wants to talk next? Anybody? Michael.
Yes, number 2 was probably the most difficult for me. I'd been self-destructing for so long, I really didn't know what positive alternatives even were. So I kind of, I did spirituality and the gym, and didn't really take off in the gym, but I really liked spirituality. So, I mean, and once I got into that, it broke up into other parts of spirituality. Like I like listening to evangelism. I like Christian music. I like serving at the church. I mean, all these things came through me just attending the spirituality meeting on Thursday. And then I started remembering some things, like I used to like playing video games. But then throughout my addiction, I didn't have time for that. I still enjoy my computer and video games, and you know. So I also like to eat, which I found out is not exactly a positive alternative. So I'm back to counting calories and thinking about the gym and stuff again. So I'm not saying I like that, but it might be a requirement.
And you don't have to get in the gym to be working out. You can find other things you like doing that are exercise too, man. Like disc golfing, that's exercise. You like doing
Right?
Disc golf.
Well, last year, you know, I tried some different things, and I ended up like at the doctor's a lot. For different injuries and this and that. Like softball, I like playing softball. Did it work out? Not so much. But I'll still go back and try to play softball again. You know, like I just gotta get to that point physically. I got all winter to do it, so
there you go.
That's my goal.
Nice, man. Jordan, you got something?
He does.
It looked like it. Yeah, your hand was up.
I guess it was. I guess the number 9 is probably the one that is biggest for me. Not that they're all important. That was the one I didn't really use my first go around. You know, what let me get back out, and that was letting me get comfortable. 9th is to recognize like things you need to work on, and use those as ways to grow. And that was like one thing I just didn't do. I got really comfortable and just did what I wanted to do and what was easy for me. And when I started doing things that got me uncomfortable and new things and trying all kinds of stuff I had never done before, like started like learning how to cook recently. As dumb as it sounds, like I didn't know how to do any cooking. And like just little things like that just keep adding that make my life a lot better today.
Didn't you go skydiving one time?
Yeah, it was the single most amazing thing I've ever done in my entire life.
Would you think you've done that while using?
Well, probably, no. I mean, if it was free. I wouldn't have been able to afford it. It was a little pricey to do while you were using, I guess.
Thanks, Jordan.
Honesty is required.
Honesty is required.
I think the biggest thing for me would be number 5, is I always had a problem like building my self-esteem and confidence. I always felt lower than everybody. It was always easier for me to take care of my family, my husband, my kids, my friends. I've always been a giving, like, kind-hearted person, so it was so easier for me to take care of the world, but not myself, because I didn't feel that I was worth it to anybody, or to lift my head up, or feel pretty like the next woman, or even, you know, men. I felt like I didn't compare to the world, and I was always low. And so for me today, I think to get to my recovery would be to lift my head up and know that I'm just as special as anyone else here, and that there's so many people like me that I never even knew until I came to this group this week. So that's all I gotta say.
Wow, that's awesome. That was really good, thank you. Yes.
Yeah, I just started reading this book, and you know, I'm going through it and I'm highlighting stuff, and I didn't highlight what I'm going to say, but I'm going to highlight it now. And it says, it's number 2. It says, pursue positive alternatives to substance abuse. And I'm doing recovery, and you know, I got to find something to fill what I used to do. You know, I used to party all the time, do drugs, drink, you know, just through my life. And yeah, you know, I'm filling that void with, you know, my family, just picking up the pieces of the past, you know, just getting my life back together. And yeah, that's a big one for me right now, just filling that void of substance abuse. So.
That was a big thing for me, early recovery. That's one thing I wish I would have changed about my early recovery, was finding more positive alternatives early. Because I stopped using, and all I did was sleep. I really sleep so much. I just lay on the couch, waste away until I go to a meeting. Wake up, go to the meeting, eat, go back to sleep. It was an awful existence. I literally was not happy about my first part of recovery until I started getting out there, going to more meetings, talking to more people, doing stuff outside of my comfort zone of my basement couch. And
was that pre-vegan?
It was pre-vegan, yes. It was. I don't know what that has to do with anything, but
Maybe you're lazier then.
But it was something I did, and if I would have changed that, I would have been a lot happier early on, because I was just wasting away on my couch, sleeping, trying to white knuckle it, I guess you can say, through the very beginning part of my sobriety. And if I would have just found some positive alternatives early on besides sleeping, which isn't very positive, like excessive sleeping isn't very positive, regular sleeping is positive, but I would have been a lot happier. And I love that you said that, because if I could change one thing about it, I would definitely go back and get out there and do more early on. So thanks, man.
What changed it? Did you hit the wall?
Of sleeping too much?
No. When did you get to a point that you realized you shouldn't be sitting on your can all day?
I was sick of it. I was like, this is worse, just laying here in a terrible existence, just sleeping my life away. I needed a change. And the more I talked to Todd, the more I went to meetings, the more I opened up to people, the more my life opened up to me. I guess it's something I had to experience to learn, but I wish I could have done it differently. That's it. Yeah. Good question. All right. Does anyone have any closing thoughts before I end? Closing comments? Patrick, what you got?
Autobiography in 5 short chapters by Portia Nelson. I walk down the street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I fall in. I'm lost, I'm hopeless. It isn't my fault. It takes forever to find a way out. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I pretend I don't see it, I fall in again. I can't believe I'm in the same place, but it isn't my fault. It takes a long time to get out. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I see it is there, I still fall in, it's a habit. My eyes are open, I know where I am, it is my fault. I get out immediately. I walk down the same street, there's a deep hole in the sidewalk, I walk around it. I walk down another street.
Thanks for coming, everyone. Thanks for coming, everybody. Turn your books over.